General Hospital Rena Sofer says goodbye in special way. General Hospital's Rena Sofer recently suffered the loss of a loved one. However, the actress, known for her work in soaps, decided to share a special tribute with her fans. With this tribute, Sofer found a way to keep her loved one with her for years to come. Rena Sofer found a way to keep her loved one's memory alive. Sofer is known for playing Lois Cerullo on General Hospital. She's also known for playing Quinn Fuller on The Bold and the Beautiful. Unfortunately, the actress recently suffered the loss of a loved one. As she shared on Instagram, she recently lost her dog Alfie. However, Sofer found a way to always keep Alfie close to her. With the help of the Shamrock Social Club, a West Hollywood tattoo shop, she immortalized Alfie's image with ink. As Sofer shared in the post, "Thank you to the amazing Julie and Ashwin Shamrock Social Club for the amazing new tattoo of my boy Alfie. I've had such a hard time saying goodbye to my beloved dog, and I wanted to see his adorable face every day. Julian did the most incredible single needle work and spent as much time as I needed getting him just right. And especially thank you, Sanford Bookstaver, for being my all-around photographer and emotional support everything." Sofer shared the news of Alfie's death back in March. The soap opera star previously shared Alfie's passing back in March. Sharing photos of her beloved pet, she revealed he had died from cancer. At the time, Sofer wrote, "I have too much to say, but I have no words right now. It's all just so much pain. Yesterday was the most devastating yet expected day, but it was too soon. I only had my boy for 7 years and 8 days. Cancer stole him from me, from Sandy, from Avalon, and from his sister Mega, from everyone who knew and loved him." While acknowledging that she loved all her dogs, Sofer also noted that Alfie was her favorite. As she shared, "I will miss you forever and ever and ever." In their coverage of the story, Soaps noted that, "We are so happy Sofer shared her beautiful new tattoo with the world." It was also noted Sofer showed others that they too can have those they've lost with them as well. In fact, in Sofer's original Instagram post of the tattoo, some fans noted they were inspired to do the same. As one user wrote, "I just love this image of your beloved Alfie. May have to do this for my heart dog, Bellatrix." Did you see Sofer's posts? What do you think of her tribute to Alfie? Make sure you come back to TV Shows Ace for all the latest TV and celebrity news. The stage lights dimmed in Studio 4, the same room where countless scenes of passion, betrayal, and redemption had played out for decades. A soft stillness settled over the set, not from silence, but from a kind of reverence. For today wasn't just another shoot day, it was a farewell. Rena Sofer, beloved for her portrayal of Lois Cerullo, stood at the edge of the soundstage with a soft smile playing at her lips. Dressed in character one last time, the leopard print blouse, chunky rings, and the Bronx fire in her accent, she took it all in. Her eyes scanned the set, the Quartermain living room, the nurse's station, and the dim corners of Kelly's where whispers carried weight. 30 years, she murmured to herself, brushing a curl behind her ear. Feels like yesterday and 100 years ago all at once. Back in the 90s, Lois Cerullo had burst onto Port Charles with a voice louder than a foghorn and a heart bigger than the Hudson. Fans had adored her, her authenticity, her sass, the way she held her ground in a world full of polished secrets and cutthroat politics. And it was Rena's heart behind the character that made Lois unforgettable. The decision to return this year, even briefly, hadn't been a simple one. But when the writers pitched the arc, Lois coming back to support her daughter Brooklyn, reuniting with old flames, and even older grudges, Rena knew it was a goodbye worth saying properly. Closure wasn't just for the character, it was for her too. The final scene of the day wrapped with a familiar cadence. The camera panned in slowly as Lois raised a glass at the Quartermain dinner table. "The family, even the complicated kind," she said with a grin. Laughter filled the room. Cut. That was it. But Rena had one more scene off script. The crew began to clear, resetting lights and coiling wires. She stepped up onto a small platform hastily constructed near the props table. A producer noticed and tapped the crew chief. "Hold up," he said into his mic. "Rena's got something. She didn't need a mic." "Hey," she called, her New York voice ringing clear through the studio. Everyone turned. "I know we've got deadlines and rap schedules, but I need 5 minutes of your time, and I promise I won't make a scene." At least, not a scripted one. A ripple of laughter swept through the room. I started here in 1993. My first scene was with Wally Kurth in a recording studio. Lois was loud, bold, and wore more animal print than the Bronx Zoo. I thought, they're either going to love her or throw tomatoes. They loved you, someone shouted from the back. Rena grinned. Thank you, George. But more than just loving Lois, you all made me feel like I belonged. And that's not something you get every day in this business. She took a breath. The room was still. Even the boom mic operator lowered his rig, giving her the moment. I've had a lot of homes in my career. Item TV, primetime, movies, voiceovers. But General Hospital, Port Charles, was the first place that gave me a family. A chaotic, dramatic, completely bonkers family. And I loved every second of it. She stepped down and opened a simple black case. From it, she pulled out a stack of personalized notes, one for each cast member, crew chief, PA, hairstylist, lighting tech. She began handing them out one by one with hugs, smiles, and inside jokes shared between friends who had grown older, wiser, and softer together. Then came the last envelope. She held it for a moment, then walked toward the camera operator, who had tears in his eyes. To the audience, she said softly, placing it on the camera rig. Because without them, we're just talking to air. A few gasps echoed softly. One of the producers blinked hard behind his glasses. Inside that letter was a heartfelt message that would later be shared on the show's social channels. Greater than to the viewers who followed Lois from Brooklyn to Port Charles and back again, thank you. You saw her fire and her flaws, and still you rooted for her. You rooted for me. And every time I walked on screen, I walked with you. Goodbye, but never gone. Rena. Later that evening, Rena returned to her dressing room. The leopard blouse was folded on the chair, the wig carefully packed away. She slipped into jeans, pulled on her favorite band tee, and looked into the mirror. No makeup. No script. Just her. A quiet knock on the door broke the moment. It was Wally Kurth, Ned Quartermain, her longtime scene partner and real-life friend. Got room for one last hug? He asked. Always, she replied, her voice cracking. They embraced, and for a second, it was like time hadn't moved at all. Like they were still two young actors sharing laughs between takes, building chemistry that fans would remember for decades. As she left the studio that night, Rena didn't look back. Not because she didn't love it, but because she had given it everything she had. Outside, the evening air was cool. Spring blooming in Los Angeles. She breathed it in deeply and smiled. Goodbyes were never easy. But this one felt right. And somewhere in a fictional town called Port Charles, Lois Chirulo got in a cab bound for Brooklyn, her voice still ringing with possibility, her legacy sealed not just in scripts and storylines, but in hearts. Let me know if you'd like this expanded or tailored further, more behind-the-scenes vibes, character memories, or fan reactions. As she left the studio that night, Rena didn't look back. Not because she didn't love it, but because she had given it everything she had. Outside, the evening air was cool. Spring blooming in Los Angeles. She breathed it in deeply and smiled. Goodbyes were never easy, but this one felt right. And somewhere in a fictional town called Port Charles, Lois Chirulo got in a cab bound for Brooklyn, her voice still ringing with possibility, her legacy sealed not just in scripts and storylines, but in hearts. Let me know if you'd like this expanded or tailored further, more behind-the-scenes vibes, character memories, or fan reactions. Let me know if you'd like this expanded or tailored further, more behind-the-scenes vibes, character memories, or fan reactions. As she left the studio that night, Rena didn't look back. Not because she didn't,